Hi, Dennis from Caravan Cooking here. This is Tilly. I don't know about you, but I'm a sucker for a good curry. And this easy lamb curry, cooked in a camp oven, is a taste sensation. Enjoy the video. Yeah, so once again I am using the camp made fire pit alternative. I like using this because I can use it on my metal table. I don't need to bend down and start a fire. Most of the time I use heat beads as well. I find again they're very easy to use and they certainly keep the heat well as well. You don't need a lot of them to heat the spun steel camp oven. This video was shot in Milparinga, Outback, New South Wales. That's the wall there of the cottage we were staying in. Beautiful sandstone cottage. So 1 teaspoon of olive oil. And then we have previously diced a brown onion, a fine dice of the brown onion, and we'll give that a bit of a swirl around until it's nice and soft. Then we'll add 1 kilo of diced lamb. Now you'll notice this has been cryovac. We cryovac our own meat usually when we go out back, but our local butcher as well is very good to us, and he'll cryovac the individual meat that we order as well. I must admit lamb is my favourite meat. Quite expensive, probably the most expensive meat, but very tasty. Hey, who turned the lights out? Obviously I forgot to put the lights on when I shot that part of the video. Giving it a really good stir. It's starting to nicely cook there. I love cooking in camp ovens. I just find them really simple, easy to wash up. This spun steel is really easy to wash up compared to cast iron as well, and it's nice and light, and we go on very rough roads, so it's not going to break like a cast iron oven could if it was dropped or if it went over a big bump in the road. So Milparinga is about 2 to 3 days drive from Sydney and Outback, New South Wales. So certainly a lamb is my favourite, but curry is my favourite as well, and so easy to cook. Now I'm using a Balti curry simmer sauce here. Now the main reason for that is I couldn't find any Balti curry paste, but in saying that, look, this has made it really easy, but I have a complete recipe in the description box below this video. If you are you going to use Balti curry paste instead of a mix that's already been made up. But Balti curry is a mixture of coriander, fenugreek and mint, and it really has a mild green curry flavour, so it's a great flavour, and it'll go nicely with the flavour of the lamb. The other good thing about using the completed curry paste, especially when you're camping in your caravan, is that it doesn't take up a lot of space. You don't need to carry cans of tomato, crushed tomato, or all the other bits and pieces that you might need. So whack that in, whack the lid on. And it's also really important when you cook in a camp oven is to have heat from the top of the oven, and ideally you need twice as much heat on the top of your camp oven as you do on the bottom, especially when baking. So that'll give you a really good temperature in the top of the camp oven, and if you have a lot of heat in the bottom, of course, well, then the bottom of your camp oven, the contents of the bottom of your camp oven can burn. It's always great to have a camp oven cooking tool. These ones are quite cheap, about $5 or so at your local camping store. But the other good thing about those is that you can use them to stir up a fire. I'll pop the lid back on and leave it for 40 minutes or so, and that lamb will cook beautifully and really absorb the flavours from that Balti curry. So there it is, beautifully cooked. So we're going to stir that in again. The smell was terrific, absolutely beautiful. And last but not least, we'll chuck in a couple of handfuls of baby spinach leaves, and we'll swish them around, and they'll certainly wilt into the dish and will be lovely. Baby spinach leaves are great to take camping. There, you can have them in a sandwich, or you can chuck them in a curry like this. They're very versatile, and they last a long time too in the fridge. Okay, I'm pretty happy with that. We served that with basmati rice for our evening meal. We had some leftovers for lunch the next day as well, which is great. If you liked the video, please give us a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and we'll look forward to seeing you another time. Dennis from Caravan Cooking. Thanks for watching. Hooroo.